I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons. Thank you so much for your support. Hey y'all, it's Kate from the Literary Apothecary, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another bi-weekly reading vlog. This is for the week of January 7th to the 21st. Now that library school is back in session this week, I'm switching back to the bi-weekly reading vlogs, just so I can make sure I get good content out to you all at a reasonable time. First, before we get into my reads this week, I have a fun announcement. So this weekend I put out feelers on Twitter for self-pub authors that want to come onto my channel, and I had an overwhelming response, which has kind of turned into this new thing that I'm going to be starting just this weekend on Sunday the 15th. It's going to be called Self-Pub Sundays, where every Sunday or every other Sunday, or maybe other days during the week, depending on the author, I'll have a self-pub author on my channel to talk about their books and their writing inspirations and just whatever comes up in our conversations. It'll be a very casual chat, just like I've had on the channel before. I can't wait for this. I'm so excited for this. I was so overwhelmed with the amount of responses that came back. So I've got 3 authors lined up for the next 3 Sundays in January, which is how it became Self-Pub Sunday. They just happened to pick Sundays as the day. This weekend on the 15th, we have A.R. Witham, author of The Legend of Blackjack and The Tale of the Border Knight. By the time you see this, that will already have happened, so I will link that in the description down below. Sunday the 22nd, we have Helen Reig Peterson, author of Waking Ursa Minor, and her new book coming out on the 18th by the time you see this, The Briar Crown. I will link all of these down in the description below. And then the weekend after that, the last Sunday in January, we will have Jordan Jarrett on. He is the author of The 12 Blades in Contempt and has a new book coming out towards the end of the month, beginning of February, which I'm very excited about to talk to him about for that. So stay tuned for more authors coming on my channel very soon. I'm super excited for that. Now, this weekend I finished The Slab by Karen Travis. This is book 5 in the Gears of War series. I gave this one 3 out of 5 stars, and I already have a review filmed and ready for that. I will link that in the description below also. My current reads for this week include Demons Part 2. I finally finished Part 1 in Demons by Dostoevsky, so now moving on to Part 2. The Tale of the Border Knight, getting ready for that live show with A.R. Witham. I've already started that this morning, and it's already amazing. The Eye of the World, of course, continuing that read with our read-along. The Game of Kings, hoping to finish that this week now that I've got some other materials to help me get through it. I'm hoping to knock that out. And Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. I've also started book 6 in the Gears of War series, the audiobook for that, Ascendance, and this is written by a different author. I forget his name right now, so when I come back from my next check-in, I will check in about that. That's my reading so far this week. Once I finish The Tale of the Border Knight, that novella, which will be a quick read, I'll go back to the Briar Crown. But that's it for now, and I'll check in with y'all again soon. Bye. Hey y'all, it's me again checking in now. This week I have finished a couple books. The Tale of the Border Knight by A.R. Witham. This one I gave 5 out of 5 stars. This was a companion novella to The Legend of Blackjack. I read this in preparation of my live show with A.R. actually tomorrow. By the time you see this video, it will already have passed, so I'll put that link in the description below. This book was absolutely fantastic. Had adventure, had humor, it had nostalgia, like you would feel reading a favorite book that you had as a kid. I also finished The Briar Crown by Helen Reig Peterson. This one I gave 4 out of 5 stars, and this one I read in preparation for Helen being on my show next week. By the time you see this video, it will be tomorrow, or will have passed, so I'll also link that down below. Helen's going to be on my show on the 22nd. That morning, Sunday morning, and we're going to talk all about the Briar Crown, and I can't wait. I absolutely loved this story. It was so good. I wanted a little bit more emotional response from the characters, but the story was absolutely incredible. So because I finished these 2 books, I've moved on to my patron pick of the month, picked by Sharon. Sharon picked Voice of War by Zach Argyle, and I'm already started this, and I'm super excited for this. And then I will be continuing on with the rest of the books that I've been reading. So I will check in with y'all again soon. Bye. Hey y'all, I'm checking in one last time for this bi-weekly reading vlog. Now first and foremost, I'm going to be doing something different going forward and just acknowledging our new subscribers at the end of each 2 weeks, the bi-weekly reading vlog. I feel like this way it'll be easier to keep track of them all, and you don't have to skip through all of them if you don't want to hear them. I'll just do them all at the end. So I want to say, well, welcome and hello and thank you to our new subscribers: Dwayne Smolk, Monochrome, Rochelle Clark, Joseph Byrne, who we'll have on my channel later this year, and Alexander Christian, who we'll also have on the channel later this year. Welcome, and thank you guys so much for subscribing. It really means the world to me, because without you, I'd just be sitting here talking to myself. So thank you, thank you, thank you for subscribing. Now, this past 2 weeks, I've finished a couple books. Hopefully by the time you see this, I'll have finished at least one more. But what I did finish was Harry Potter and the Order of Phoenix Illustrated Edition. This one I gave 4 out of 5 stars, mostly for sentimentality. This included a new artist along with Jim Kay, and we didn't get as many illustrations in this one as the others, and just thought it was okay. It wasn't great. Some of them others were a lot better. So those are all the books that I have finished as of recording. I hope today and tomorrow to finish both The Game of Kings by Dorothy Dunant, which I started way back in December. I've got less than 100 pages to go on this. I think a little around 50 pages. So definitely will be finishing that very soon. And also The Voice of War by Zach Argyle, which was my patron pick of the month for January. I think a little over 100 pages left in that, so I will definitely be finishing that up this weekend. Once I finish those up, I'll be starting Just Like Home by Sarah Gailey, which is the Wine and Crime Book Club of the month for January. And not sure which one I'll start next. Maybe Game of Thrones, maybe Imperium or Vaven Song. One of those 3 probably I'll be starting after I finish Voice of War. We'll see where the wind takes me. The other books that I'll be reading this weekend include, of course, The Eye of the World, which I have to finish up next week before our live show on Saturday the 28th. Alan Rickman Journal, which I'm really enjoying. Demons by Dostoevsky, which I hope to make further progress on. Bloodlines, because that was the other book that I finished, was Ascendance, which is book 6 in the Gears of War series. I gave that one 3.5 out of 5 stars. It felt more like a companion to the video games than a book following that book series. I thought technically it was well written, but it felt more like a companion instead of a book in a series. And so after I finished that, I started Bloodlines, which is book 7 in that series, and it feels about so far along the same lines. So I'll be reading that this weekend. And I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but that's it for now. Let me know in the comments below, what was your favorite reading moment from this past week? What are you looking forward to reading the most in the next 2 weeks? As always, my Patreon and my Discord information will be in the description below. Keep reading, and I love you all to the moon and back. Bye.